Hi and welcome to morning stretching. In between the exercises I'm going to read something about phospholipid bilayers and try to learn it. And participating in the exercises is at your own risk. Let's start with the first exercise. We're having the legs standing wide apart and we're breathing in and out. And again in and out and breathe again in. Out, in, out, and another round, breathe in, out, and again in, and out, and now breathe in and close the legs, and we have done the opening exercise. Now we always breathe in through the nose into the chest and out through the mouth. So breathe in through the nose, deep into the chest, out through the mouth. Now to the phospholipid bilayer. The first point we are getting told is that cells exist in the human body. No more information. Just cells exist in the human body. So inside of the human body, there are cells. They are very, very small, and there are cells in the human body. The next exercise. We're having the legs standing a bit over the shoulder, wide apart, and we're breathing in and the arms up. And we're breathing out and going to the side. And we're breathing in and opening the rib cage. So breathe in. And again in, and out back into the middle, and breathe again in, and out, now we're going to the other side. And breathe in and open the rib cage, and out, and again in, and out back into the middle. So inside of the human body there are cells. Cells need to have a layer to keep them together. Okay, these cells need a layer. These cells seem to make whatever they want to do, but they need something to keep them together, a layer to keep them together, that they don't diffuse. Cells need a layer, and cells are in the human body. The next exercise. We're having the legs standing a bit over the shoulder wide apart again, and we're breathing in. And out on one hand slides down the leg, and the other shoulder stays down. And breathe in. And out, and the arm comes up. And breathe in and out the rib cage. So breathe in. And out. And again in. And out back into the middle. And breathe in. And out, and now the other hand slides down the leg and the shoulder stays down. And breathe in. And out, and the arm comes up. And breathe in and out the rib cage. Breathe in. And out. And again in. And out back into the middle. So inside of a human body there are cells, and these cells need to have something to keep them together. A layer to keep them together. Phospholipid bilayer is a membrane around of cells. So our phospholipid bilayer is a membrane, and a membrane is something very thin, and that could be our layer. So phospholipid bilayers are a membrane around of cells. So around of cells, where do we need a layer to keep the cells together from spreading and diffusing? And our phospholipid bilayer is a membrane which is around of cells. Now we're having the feet staying together, and we are breathing in, lifting the arms up, and we're breathing out, and one hand comes down. And now we're breathing in and reaching to both ends. So breathe in, and out. And again in, and out, of the other hand comes down. And breathe in and reach. And out. And we're going to do it for another cycle. So breathe in. And out. And again in and reach. breathe again in. And out the other hand comes down. And breathe in and reach. And out. So our phospholipid bilayer is a membrane around of cells in the human body, and these cells need a layer. And our phospholipid bilayer is a membrane. Phospholipid bilayer is a membrane around cells. The phospholipid bilayer consists out of two layers of something called lipid molecules. So our phospholipid bilayer consists out of two layers. Bilayer. Phospholipid bilayer. Our phospholipid bilayer consists out of two layers, out of lipid molecules. And there's not more explained, just something called lipid bilayers. So there exists something which is called lipid bilayers. Lipid molecules. And our phospholipid bilayer is a two-layeric lipid out of lipid molecules. So our phospholipid bilayer consists out of two layers. It is bilayer of phospholipids out of lipid molecules. The phospholipid bilayer consists out of two layers of lipid molecules. And the phospholipid bilayer is a membrane around of cells, and our cells in the human body need a layer, and it seems to be the phospholipid bilayer which keeps cells together from spreading in all directions. Now the next exercise, we're having the legs standing wide apart, and we're breathing in and out, and we're diving down. And we're just hanging here and having only to come deeper by breathing deep in through the nose into the chest, and by breathing out through the mouth. And again in and out. And in and out. And again in. And now out, and we're going to one leg. And breathe again in. And out. And again in. And out. And the last time in. Before we're now changing to the other leg. And breathe again in. And out. And again in. And out back into the middle. And breathe the last time in. And out, we're coming slowly up with a round back, and at the top we're making a backwards shoulder roll. The phospholipid bilayer consists out of two layers of lipid molecules, and the phospholipid bilayer is a membrane around of cells, and cells need a layer to keep them from just diffusing. The layers of lipid molecules are as phospholipid bilayer around cells to keep them together. So these two layers of lipid molecules of a phospholipid bilayer are around of cells to keep them together. The membrane of cells of many organisms and viruses have a phospholipid bilayer made out of two layers of lipid molecules. So not just in human bodies, there are cells with a phospholipid bilayer to keep them together, but also in many other organisms. Nothing said in specific, but that must be animals or something. And viruses. So humans, probably animals, and viruses, many viruses, have a layer around the cells, a membrane around the cells, which is called phospholipid bilayer, which consists out of two layers of lipid molecules to keep them together. Next exercise, we are having the feet staying together, and we're breathing in. And out, and we're diving again down. And breathe again in. And out. and again in, and out. And the last time in, and out. We're coming slowly up and around back, stacking the vertebrae of the spine, each by each on top of each other, and making a backward shoulder roll at the top. So many viruses and organisms, including humans have cells in the human body, have cells in their body, and they need these cells a membrane around them to keep them together, a layer, and the phospholipid bilayer is a membrane, a layer around cells consisting out of two layers of lipid molecules. The phospholipid bilayer membrane around cells keeps the ions, proteins, and the other molecules inside the cells together. So inside of the cells there are different things. Cells are not just one thing out of one material or something, but inside of the cells there are, for example, ions, proteins, and molecules. And they have to be kept together, and this happens by the two layers out of lipid molecules of the phospholipid bilayer by many organisms, humans, and viruses. The two layers of lipid molecules of a phospholipid bilayer, which keeps the ions, proteins, and molecules of cells together, are not visible with normal microscopes. More advanced things like the Electron microscopy or the atomic force microscopy are needed. So under a normal microscope, they are not visible, these phospholipid bilayers. To see them, one needs electron microscopy or atomic force microscopy. Now to the next exercise. We're having the feet standing and the ulnar limb space wide apart, and the toes are pointing to the outside. We are breathing in and lifting the arms up. And we're breathing out and going down into the garden pose. And now we breathe in and straightening up the legs. So breathe in. And out and we go with the back up. And breathe again in. And out back into the garden pose. And breathe in and come to an. And out. And in. And out. And now we're breathing in, we're breathing out again. We're coming up slowly in one straight line. So breathe in. And out. We are coming slowly in one straight line. And to the last exercise, the seahorse pose, where we're on standing leg and we're placing the heel of a mobile leg on top of the knee of a standing leg. This only if you can do it without injuring the knee. We're breathing in and out, and we are going down. So the phospholipid bilayer is a membrane, a layer, around of cells of many organisms, including humans and viruses. And this phospholipid bilayer, consisting out of two layers of lipid molecules, changing, helps to keep the ions, proteins, and other molecules inside of the cells together. And they are not that easy to see. They are hard to see with normal microscopes, they are invisible, but with electron microscopy or atomic force microscopy, they seem to be visible. Last exercise, we are breathing in and out. And again in, out, and again in, and out, in, out. And now we're closing the legs, and we're done with the one stretching. So the phospholipid bilayer consists out of two layers of lipid molecules. It is a round of cells of many organisms, including human and viruses. And this layer, this membrane, this phospholipid bilayer consisting out of two layers of lipid molecules, helps to keep the ions, proteins, and other molecules inside of the cell together. And they are not easy to see. Under normal microscopes, they are invisible. But with electron microscopy and atomic force microscopy, they are visible. Thank you very much, and until next time.